Today I ran on a treadmill for 45 minutes, and I was able to run 3 miles, so it's not a real fast pace. But I was really struggling today. It was like the end of the day, and I just told myself maybe two laps, and I was able to make the 2 laps, and I kept going. I was able to do the whole 3 miles. So it's not super fast, but the way I was feeling, I'm okay with what I did. I used my Fitbit to track, and then I also took a picture of what was on the treadmill because one of them doesn't read quite what the other does, so it's hard to know which one's, the correct one. At least the minutes are close to what I did. Anyway, I have a child that's 20, and another child that is 17, and one that's 15, and another that's 12. And each of these kids are different, and they're their own person, and they each of them behave differently, despite how we as parents are. Me and my husband. My oldest was a challenge to try to get to bed at night. I don't know why that was, but it was. And the next 3 weren't so much of a challenge. But now each of them have a room that they go in, varying sizes. And if we did something with them that wasn't quite right, then it wasn't really intentional. My second child, if I ran with him, he'd be way ahead of me, and he wouldn't care if I competed with him, and I wouldn't care either, and it wouldn't bother me. My third child, it would. She would just like to run with me, no matter whether I'm doing a road race or whatever. She would like to run with. The other one, I hesitate to do any of that type of thing with her, except for maybe walking, because she used to have me carry her home and stuff. But anyway, all of them are different, and I don't think you can do the same with any child or any adult for that matter. Sometimes there are adults that are inside their minds they're like children, and they don't know, and it doesn't sink in. And some adults know better, and nobody's perfect, but I think most parents are trying their best to raise their kids that they know how. And the only way that they're ever going to learn is by either by a book or a podcast And that realization has to come at their own time and in their own way. And we can't force it upon them, because it's just, sometimes things just click with people and sometimes things don't click. But anyway, I don't think it's a bad thing to have a kid run with me. You know? You just kind of have to get a feel for what the child is ready for. Because some children are ready for certain things and others aren't. And like, and adults are the same way. They're not much different. Except for they're older, and that's about it. So, well, we say it's harder as adults. But, you know, I think people are more afraid of adults than they are children. Because they can't always control the actions of adult, and you can't always control the actions of a child either. Some of us think we can. But at some point in time, it may be out of the hands of the parents too as well. So, anyway, not that we shouldn't try. Anyway, I've had my days. I've been short-tempered before, thinking, oh, yeah, this is how it is. But no. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, sometimes I think it's making the mistakes and correcting them. That's what we ought to do, instead of telling people, no, don't do that. But for parents to learn how to just do something, and then what works is what should be practiced. But you know what? I'm a work in progress, so I'm not perfect either. And I don't know of anybody on this planet that is. Do you? Or do a lot of people pretend that they are? I know there's people that really seem a lot smarter than me. So it makes things different. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I'll post what I did today at the end of this video, okay? All right.